Hi, it's Jessie with Plan with Jessie, and I want to talk about my experience with bullet journaling and why my first attempt at the whole thing failed. Just a little bit of backstory. The whole bullet journal concept is attributed to someone named Ryder Carroll, and he has a website and a video sort of explaining what the bullet journal is and how you go about doing it. So this Moleskine is a soft cover. It's a smaller one. I got this in the fall of 2013. I think that's right. Yeah, so my first layout was October 2013. Now, the reason why the system didn't work for me was because I was following it to the letter of how Ryder did it on his video. And back then, this was like I said, October 2013. There weren't as many blogs and videos and Facebook groups about bullet journaling. So I guess I didn't think about how I didn't have to do it this way. My monthly view didn't need to be a numbered column like this because my brain doesn't work this way. I don't look at this and see a month. I can't. And when I tried this again, started just recently, now I understand, okay, I can draw a month how I want it to look. I don't have to follow this for it to be a bullet journal. I can do whatever I want. That's the beauty of the blank canvas. You can customize it however you want. So if I want my months to look like this and not this, then that's fine. So that was a big problem for me, was it didn't look like a calendar to me. It didn't look like a planner. I just wasn't comfortable using this. It just didn't work for my brain. I did try some other things. I had a grocery list in here. This was me planning my daughter's, it would have been, second birthday party. So that worked. I mean, a system like this is, just basically just using it for lists. So I had things to do, food to buy, food to make, clean, what needed to be cleaned for the party. And then I had more things to buy for the party. And this was the day of the party. I had what needed to be done. And this was... Can you see all the way to the bottom? I don't think you can. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. Yeah, so you can see I have Frost Cake 1, Cake 2. This was a pretty elaborate party. I had 2 cakes. Oh, I had cutout cookies, 2 kinds of cutout cookies. I had punch. I had everything. So this worked well for me to keep that organized. And then I also, let's see, we went on a trip the following weekend, just a weekend getaway. So I had my packing list, things I needed to do. So then I was in November. I had November's month again. So making this through 2 months now. I don't know what was here that I tore out, but I didn't do daily pages. As you can see, I just had months and then some lists, and I was barely using this. Back at this time, I was still using would have been 2013, one of these from work, the StayMinder planner. So I was still using that for work stuff, and basically this was just for, I guess, the monthly list, and then just sort of lists and to-dos and things. And I wasn't doing daily pages. I wasn't making this work for me as I could have been. I don't even see anything in here about work, so I don't think I was even using this for work. Here's what I was going to make for Thanksgiving dinner. So we're into the end of November now. There was no December. Apparently I didn't use this for December. But I decided again at the start of 2014 to try this out. And, I mean, I barely used it. I had books to read. Let's see. Did I read all of these? I read probably 3/4 of them, so that's good. And I did use the index. I had the index. So books to read, 2014 goals. So these were my goals back at that time. The books read 2014, and then I was doing my taxes, and then that's it. So we made it from October to, I guess, late January. So I guess basically October 2013 through January, maybe not even through all the way through January of 2014. And like I said, I was barely using this. It started out good, and then, you know, by January, there's almost nothing on here. So I think that there's a few reasons why this didn't work. The big one, I think, is the fact that I didn't understand that you could customize it. Like here, this is how I did next week. This is how I did last week. So this is, you know, a weekly layout. Out here, dailies, and so this is a weekly, and I'll probably do a daily per page or half page, whatever I need. And then I have back here my monthlies. And this is how my brain organizes things. I organize things by long-term goals on a monthly calendar that looks like a calendar you would hang on your wall. This is how I've done it for years. Like I showed in another video, this was the kind of calendar I used for work for, you know, 15 years or 12 years, whatever it was. So that's what I'm used to. Squares for each day. It looks like a month, like it looks like a calendar you would see on a wall. And that works for me. So I'm finding this is still great for like things that I had that had been successful in here. So lists, for example, let me show you some of my lists. I have a list of local stationery shops. I have my pen pals. I'm going to put in here books I want to read. I have contacts at the back. So I think, I mean, obviously I can't say because we are very early in the process of this bullet journal, but I feel like this is going to be an improvement over what I tried to do, you know, over 2 years ago when I tried it the first time. So my advice to you is if you are thinking about bullet journaling, if you like the idea of taking blank pages and making them your own, just know that you don't have to follow what someone else does. You don't have to do the official bullet journal, you know, there is no official bullet journal way of doing it. You do it how you want to do it, and that's it. You do what works for your brain, what's going to keep you organized, what's going to be enjoyable to you to look at each day so that you get your tasks done. It doesn't matter if you're following whatever rules someone else thinks that you need to have. You need to, you know, this is you. This is for you to organize your life. You need to make it how you want. And the beauty of it is, because it's blank, you can do this one week, this another week, the next week decide you don't even want a weekly layout, or you want to have maybe 2 days on a page, or, you know, half a week here with notes under it. You can do whatever you want, and that's what makes this system so great. It is completely adaptable and changeable. And for someone like me who changes planners a lot because I get bored or feeling confined to a certain rigid way of doing things, this is great for me because if I decide I don't like this, next week I can do something completely different. I can come back to this. I can do whatever I want. And it's just, to me, as a person who likes change, who likes being creative, who likes seeing different kinds of things visually, I think this is really going to work out for me. Now that I know that I don't have to make my months look like this if I don't want to, I don't have to use the key that someone else uses. I don't have to use a certain kind of box to mean one thing or a check mark to mean something else. I don't have to use a code that someone else uses. I can do whatever I want. And that's, like I said, that's the beauty of this system. You can make it be however you want it to be. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.